Hi, boys and girls. It is hump day. It doesn't really mean as much anymore, does it? Just a day like any other day, but it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I want you to do your calendar this morning. I want you to say your new Bible verse. How's that going for you? And then I want you to go through all of your God words, and I want you to try to do the sign language for them. One of these days, we're going to go through all the sign language for the God words and not say the words themselves out loud anyway. We're just going to do it like this. God is, He is our. So we're going to do that one day real soon. Not today, though. Today, boys and girls, I realized that I did not read you the Bible story that we were going to talk about this week. So I'm going to do it today. Do you remember in our story from last week, there was this shady dude that was watching everybody? This is one of the disciples up here, remember? And that his friends, all of his friends, Jesus' friends, were trying to tell everybody about what God's plan was and about how much he loved them. But this guy, look at his face. I think he needs a snack. He looks pretty grumpy. Well, look at it. It's the same guy. The name of our story is A New Way to See. This is amazing, boys and girls. God and Jesus really, really, really wanted this guy to start following Jesus. He is going to become a very, very important character in the whole Bible story. Of all the people who kept the rules, Saul, that's him, was the best. I'm good at being good, he would tell you. He was very proud. That means he was boastful. I am very good. So good. But he wasn't very nice at all. Saul hated, we're not supposed to use that word at school, are we? But that's how badly he didn't like people who loved Jesus. The Bible story says that he hated anyone who loved Jesus. He traveled around looking for them. He wanted to catch them and put them into prison just because they loved Jesus. That's how bad this dude was. He wanted everyone to forget all about Jesus. He didn't believe Jesus was the rescuer, and he didn't believe Jesus was alive either. Now remember, Jesus isn't alive walking on earth with us, but Jesus is alive in heaven now, right? You see, Saul had never actually met Jesus himself. So one day, Jesus met Saul. What? It's a crazy story. Saul was on his way to Damascus, that's a city, when suddenly a dazzling light flashed like lightning. It was brighter than the sun. Saul shielded his eyes and fell to the ground. He heard a loud voice. It was too loud. It gave Saul a headache. Saul, Saul, said the loud voice, why are you fighting me? Lord, Saul answered. Who are you? I am Jesus, said the voice. When you hurt my friends, you were hurting me too. Saul's whole body trembled and shook. Go to the city, Jesus said, and then I'll tell you from there what to do. You suppose he did it? Yep. There he is. He still looks kind of grouchy to me. We'll see. When Saul opened his eyes, he couldn't see. He was blind. His helpers had to hold his hand and lead him like a little child. Saul was blind for 3 whole days, and yet it was if he was seeing for the first time. That's what's happening in this picture. He can't see. So his friends, I'm surprised he has any, are leading him around and showing him and helping him to feel where to go so he doesn't get hurt. Meanwhile, there was a man named Ananias who loved Jesus. Jesus came to him in a dream and he said, "Go to Saul and pray for him, and I'm going to make him see again." Ananias knew all about Saul and how he hated Jesus' followers. "Lord, he's come to hurt us, and you want me to go talk to him?" "All right," Jesus told Ananias, "Saul is the one I've chosen to tell the whole world who I am." What? So Ananias went to Saul. "Brother Saul," Ananias said, "it was Jesus you met on the road." And Ananias prayed for Saul. Suddenly, Saul could see again. But he saw everything differently now. He wasn't mean anymore. He even changed his name from Saul to Paul, which means small. Hey, it rhymes, doesn't it? I'm reading a Bible story in here.
I love Bible stories.
I know. Be quiet, would you? Let's see here. Oh, Saul changed his name to Paul, which means small, and humble. The very opposite of proud and braggy like he was before. And do you know what Ananias' name means? The Lord is full of grace. Grace is another word for gift, which is funny because that is just what Paul's message was all about from then on. Saul, or Paul, had received a free gift. He got that free gift of life with Jesus, which is offered to all of us. So, Paul, it's not about keeping rules. And Paul told that to the other people. You don't have to be good at being good for God to love you. You just have to believe what Jesus has done and follow him. Because it's not about trying, it's about trusting. It's not about rules, it's about grace. God's free gift that cost him everything. What happened to Paul? He met Jesus. That's what happened. Paul got a new job. He called himself a servant and traveled everywhere telling everyone about Jesus. He got shipwrecked 3 different times. He even ended up in prison because of his love for Jesus. God loves us, he wrote from prison. That means when he was in prison, he wrote that. Even though he was scared and mistreated, he was still writing loving things about Jesus. God loves us, he wrote from prison. Nothing can ever, no, not ever, separate us from the never stopping, never given up, unbreaking, always and forever love of God that was shown us in Jesus. And so it was, just as God promised Abraham that dark night all those years before, the family of God's children grew and grew and grew until one day they would come to a number that was more than even the stars in the sky. Do you remember that Bible story that we talked about? Wow, boys and girls. Paul had all sorts of terrible things happen to him after he started following Jesus. But did he stop loving him? Nope. Did he keep telling everyone about him? Yep. That's pretty awesome. I love that story. I'm sorry that I forgot to read that to you on Monday, but I'm glad we got to catch up with it today. All right, my friends, I want you to do your journal page for 15 minutes, if I haven't already said that. And then we've got a fun math sheet to do today, boys and girls, with numbers. I want you to write your name up at the top, and then it says count the flowers. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to count the flowers in each box and then write the number on the line that's right next to it, okay? Okay. I think they're all going to be a different number. I'm not sure, but you've gotten so good at writing your numbers 1 through 10 that this is going to be easy schmeezy for you. And then I want you to go back and color it in because they're flowers. They're supposed to be pretty. Huh. Take a picture, send it to me. Today you've got creation station for at least 15 minutes so you can create whatever you want. And then today's challenge is to sort. You're going to sort something out. You're going to sort, though, not using shapes, not using size, but using the color. I want you to find something that you can sort into different groups, okay? So, for instance, you might have beads at your house, like string beads. If you have beads like we do at school, I want you to separate a red group, a pink group, a purple group, and so on and so forth. Maybe it's cereal. I can't remember if we did that with Fruit Loops at school or not. If we didn't, we should have. But I want you to sort anything, just like cereal if it comes in different colors. What if you have a whole bunch of crayons in a bucket or a whole bunch of markers? Sort those by colors too. You boys and girls are so good at sorting. I love it when you do that. So that's your daily activity, your daily challenge for today. And then just like every day, I want you to make your bed and clean up your messes. I want you to move. I want you to snuggle with a good book. And I want you to pray. All right? Adios.